Hi and welcome to Whisky Shared. You're watching my review of Deanston Kentucky Cask Matured. I'm Toby and you're watching Whisky Shared. Welcome to my review of Deanston Kentucky Cask Matured. This Deanston is the entry-level whisky from Deanston. It's 40% ABV. It retails for £29 and is a Morrison's exclusive in the UK. This particular whisky has been aged in first and second fill ex-bourbon barrels and it's soft filtered. I'm not entirely sure what soft filtered is, but it does say that it will go cloudy when cold. So potentially it's just simple filtered, or potentially it's chill filtered but not to such a low degree as normal chill filtered whiskies. Deanston, if you're not familiar, is a Scotch whisky and it's from an ex-cotton mill turned whisky distillery. They've got a water wheel on site and it creates its own electricity, and all the electricity that they generate for free powers the distillery, and any excess goes back into the grid. Should we find out what it tastes like? On to the whisky. Right, so before I start nose and tasting, let's have a quick look at the colour. I'd say that's like a pale gold. It doesn't say that it isn't coloured, so there possibly could be some colour added. Let's start with the nose. Right, so the first thing I get is like sweet orchard fruits, like green apples and pears. There's like a hint of yeast and some maybe green cereal there. Getting some shortbread biscuit. There's like a fizzy sort of note to it as well. And also get some like citrus, maybe possibly lemon. Yeah, it's quite nice on the nose, quite sweet. Yeah. Let's move on to the palate. Right, so this whisky is quite light. I suppose you could say you'd expect that for 40% ABV. But the first thing I get is the sweet orchard fruits. It really is nice and sweet and fresh. Let's have another sip. Yeah, so I don't get too much with this. But after those sweet orchard fruits, there is that fizziness. It actually does tingle the tongue, and it's weird how I pick that up on the nose and it actually does translate to the palate. There's a slight maltiness, which after a while, after a couple of sips, you do get a nice mouthfeel with this. There's a hint of white wine vinegar, I'd say, a little bit tart, and some charred oak. It definitely is noticeable charred oak, but in terms of flavours there isn't much there. It really is quite simple. That fizzy, the orchard fruits, the slight sort of citrusy tart note, and that charred oak. In terms of finish, I'd say it's quite short. There's that woodiness, there's vanilla and a little bit of spice, which I'm guessing comes from those ex-bourbon barrels. So in terms of value, well, this retails for £29, but I think I've seen it for around 22. I got this when Amazon, who partner with Morrison's, had a bit of a price crash and were selling this for £12 a bottle. So I picked it up at £12. It's quite a simple whiskey. There's not much to it. I quite like it though. It's a really nice, sweet, fruity sipper. It's not overly complex, and I think it drinks better than the 40% ABV probably you'd expect from it. I think realistically, value wise, if this was £22, I'd probably buy it again. I wouldn't pay more than that. I definitely don't think it's worth more than that as a single malt whiskey, but I'd definitely pay around the £20 mark for it. I think I've seen a lot of people say this isn't like the typical Deanston spirit. Actually, I think this isn't that far away from the likes of the virgin oak or the 12-year-old, I think you can pick up that Deanston character if you take your time with it. So yeah, if it's at the right price, then I'd definitely suggest giving it a go. Especially if you're a fan of Deanston, you know, see if you can pick out the DNA in it. And if you like things like Tomatin Legacy, this is, I'd say, very similar. But obviously, if this isn't for you, then leave it, and hopefully you'll join me for the next review. And if it is for whatever reason, I'll put a link in the description so you can check it out further. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Sauncha.
I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, why not give it a like or a comment, and please consider subscribing for more videos like this.